Welcome back to Book Club, where we're reading The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. We just read part 4, The Man Who Stayed Dry in the Rain.
Yes.
If you have not watched all of our other ones, what are you doing here?
Get out of here.
Get out and go watch the other ones or listen to the other ones and then come back.
Yes.
And then you're all caught up now with us.
But I'm gonna be the ass, so.
Okay, I'll let you.
Okay, so let's
What
do
happened?
a little quick recap. Part 3, part 4.
Yeah, what happened?
So, in part 3, we saw, Addie sees Henry. Obviously, Henry's friends don't recognize her.
Mm-hmm.
We find out he made a deal with the devil too. They kind of open up to each other. Cool. Okay, so Henry admits to Addie that he too made a deal with the devil a year ago. After getting his heart broken, he asked to be loved in exchange for his soul. Since then, everyone sees him as whatever they want to see. His exes ask for a second chance, and he's offered a job he's completely unqualified for. He realizes that people love him, but they also don't really see him. It's not real love. But Addie seems to genuinely see him.
Damn.
This part, I will say, not a lot's going on.
Yeah.
But we're just seeing, Henry's story and then him and Addie.
Yeah, it was just like a recap almost of
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
story.
And then where he and Addie are at, which I will say is really cute.
Yeah.
I thought that was sweet.
Yeah. I will say,
But
to my own little horn here, because if you listened to the last one, which I hope you did because we just told you to,
right?
I had the theory
Mm-hmm.
that people see him
Mm-hmm.
as loved ones or
Yeah.
something, which was close.
Which was very close. They see what they want to see.
They see what they wanna see.
What they want to love.
So I just want to
No,
say,
I thought it was very good. I think even at one part, when they literally say it, I'm like, oh, look, Kelcie predicted it.
no, I'm
Yeah.
too good. I predicted Interstellar when I watched that for the first time.
What'd you predict?
I said, that's fucking him on the other side. He's doing that. I thought it was his ghost. I thought that it was a ghost.
Oh, I thought it was. Oh, when that little part.
At the very beginning when the books fall out.
Yeah.
I was like, that's him.
Yeah.
So you guess that
Yeah.
too? Yeah.
So
we're
to my own heart as well.
So you can call us professional theorists.
Ooh. I'm adding that to my resume.
Wait, merch.
Merch?
Professional theorist. I'd buy it.
cute.
I'd buy it.
I'd buy it. We're like, yeah, of course you'd buy it.
Would you buy it?
Link down below. Okay.
So, yeah, this was not my favorite part.
Not my fave.
I think it was probably my least favorite part.
My least favorite as well.
But it doesn't mean that it was bad.
Because I knew, the whole thing was in his POV. So how'd you feel about that?
Yeah, because I had said, last time
Yeah.
that I was not a big fan of his POV.
Yeah.
I didn't get cringy, or, I wasn't cringed.
Yeah.
How do you say that? I wasn't...
Repelled.
Yeah.
I wasn't, ugh.
The chapter wasn't as cringy
Yes.
as his previous POV was. It felt a little bit more okay, no, he has reasons to be depressed and
Yeah.
he's not, just saying all of the things to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I liked it better than his previous POVs. But
Yeah.
I did miss Addie.
Me too.
I just think Addie is such a intriguing character, and the way she thinks is less self-deprecating
Yeah.
than him, which, valid.
It's fine.
But-
She had 300 years.
Yeah, it's just I don't need to hear self-deprecating when I'm already doing that myself, you know?
Yeah. And it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But love him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, getting into it real quick,
Yeah.
chapter 1, part 1, I don't know where it was. I don't think I pinned it. But I'm like, is he bipolar? Because I think at one point, let me see. Oh yeah, so other people will call him sensitive, but it's more than that. The dial is broken, the volume turned all the way up. Moments of joy register as brief, but ecstatic. Moments of pain stretch long and unbearably loud. I feel like that's textbook bipolar.
Oh, okay.
Because, bipolar, at least, depending, I don't know which type 1 or type 2, but, long periods of depression, and then, you're, what's the word?
Really happy.
Yeah, but what's... Manic.
Manic.
And then you're manic, which is sometimes brief, and then a long period of depression. Or it's the other way around, or like manic and then depressed and manic.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, so he's bipolar.
That sounds right.
Yeah. But then, what did you think about him being a rabbi? Or studying to be a rabbi?
Well, I feel like the Henry that we know, that doesn't quite make sense. But I can understand, like, his family seems like they're religious and they expect certain things.
Yeah.
But it's weird because the sister is, like, stoner and, like, artsy, but, like, they love her. But is it because she's the youngest? And, you know, like, the youngest always gets away with stuff. And, like, the oldest is the one that's, like,
the
god.
golden child.
Yeah. And he's a doctor and all this. So, like, Henry's the middle child.
Yeah.
Like, definition of, like, you know, the whole stereotypical middle child life.
Yeah.
So he just is like, oh, well, I'll just do the things that I think I should. And therefore, being a rabbi is that. Maybe I think it might also just be like a kind of a metaphor for him searching for something. And I know people will go to religion to search.
Like that bigger purpose, that meaning.
Possibly that.
Yeah.
But real fast, too, I thought it was interesting. This is the first artwork or, like, kind of piece.
Not about Addie.
Yeah, it's about Henry.
Yeah.
And it's his sisters.
Yeah.
And I was curious. So it's like, I mean, we can take it as it's about, an homage to the exhaustions of serial monogamy and a testament to the dangers of unbalanced affection, which is obviously about Henry.
Yeah.
But in the first chapter, a boy is born with a broken heart. The doctors go in and piece it back together. Is that literal? Because I took it as literal, that maybe Henry was born with a heart defect.
Yes.
And later, because remember, he has a lifetime, quote unquote. That's like what his thing is. Does he have a shortened lifespan because of this heart defect? And the devil, the guy, the
That's
darkness
why they, like, agree?
knows that? Yeah.
Predicted it once again.
We'll see. Tune in next week.
Yeah, so I got that, like, he definitely had a heart defect.
Yeah.
But the shortened lifespan?
Because there has to, because, like,
and
Henry's
plus he's
scared.
saying, like, I don't have time, da-da-da-da.
And because, like, of course that would make it more heartbreaking because Addie has forever. And a lifetime could be, 80 more years for him if it was a normal lifespan. But if he has a heart defect... Oh my God,
you got it!
No, because...
I can't believe you didn't tell me.
I'm telling you right now.
I know, it's crazy. Yeah.
But I also thought it was interesting that he did turn to drugs and alcohol at 14.
I know.
14.
Yeah.
That's just crazy. And then, he wanted to be a rabbi?
Yeah.
Doing drugs and alcohol? Is that... I don't know the religion that well. I don't know it at all. So, do they condone drinking and alcohol, or is that, like, a big no-no? Obviously, I would assume drugs is a big no-no.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, kind of a societal thing. But, like, alcohol?
I think they can... No, they can drink alcohol.
They can?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm literally only going off this because, like...
So, don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Whenever I see, like, Jewish people in shows, movies, like, I'll remember them drinking. Like, I don't remember any specific... They were like, I can't drink.
Sure. Okay.
So, if you're Jewish, let us know. Because I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so shortened lifespan.
Yeah.
Has the heart defect.
I think.
Definitely is bipolar.
Yeah.
Made a deal because he broke his heart. Yeah. Are we going to see, I mean, we're probably going to see him die.
I think so. And
that's kind of crazy.
With Addie, right? Like, by his side. I wonder if she's going to, like, that's when she gives up. Is when Henry dies. She's like, okay, I'm done. I loved the love that I wanted to love. I lived the life that I want. Like, I'm good now. Take me, Daddy.
But then, because I know we had, like, some sort of inkling, like, what if she falls for the darkness? Or, like, something like that, maybe.
I think they did in the past.
So it's just that part.
I don't know. Too soon to tell. Although we are more than halfway through now.
Yeah. So this is just going to be we'll see the past with darkness.
I think so, with Addie.
And, like, yeah, falling in love, yada, yada.
Which I think is going to be our next section because...
I think it is, too.
The title of part 5 is The Shadow Who Smiled and the Girl Who Smiled Back. Like, that has to... Because I was like...
Yes.
I think we, last week, had thought that maybe we'd see that in this
Right. But it makes sense to then see his whole story, so...
It does.
Yeah, so we're definitely seeing it.
But the next time...
Yeah.
We better be seeing it. Because I'm so curious.
Because I don't know. Like, what's the point of that? Am I just thinking too much into it?
I have no idea.
Like, okay, you fell for him.
There definitely... There's something... I don't know.
Like, what? Okay, anyways.
I don't know. But back to Henry. We did see that he did propose to Tabitha.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, yeah, I want to get married someday.
But, like...
But not to you.
I feel like he took that as, like, you're not enough. But also, he's so... I mean, like, yeah. But also, he's so very... just lukewarm on everything. You know, showing like there's no drive to you. There's no... You know, it's like, I don't want to commit my rest of my life with you and you're floating.
Just floating.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. It's like, yes, you're not enough. But also, like, baby boy, you don't...
Like, you're not...
You're floating.
Yeah. Like, you don't even know what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really want to be a rabbi.
Right.
Like, you don't...
Like, you're content where you're at, which is fine.
Is he?
But is he?
And this girl, she's got big dreams. She's in entertainment. She's in...
Yeah.
That's, I mean, I know a little thing or two about that. And that's like a hard, journey. And you need someone
There's drive.
You need the drive.
We're going places.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was just
black and white. She has a whole life ahead of her.
So it like, makes sense how that wouldn't...
Yeah. I don't blame her.
I don't blame her.
But I don't blame Henry for being sad.
Absolutely
because
not.
Of course not. Like...
I thought I was going to spend the rest of my life with her. She said no.
Yeah. That's sad. But we did see that the cut on his hand was from the vodka bottle.
Yes, but I explained because I kind of forgot.
I think that, I think it fell. The vodka bottle fell, right? Because he's drunk.
Oh, and he went to go pick it up with the ring or something.
Yeah. He had and he used the handkerchief that...
Which I'm like, a handkerchief? You wanted, old ass.
You wanted it to be special. He's like, I don't want it to be in a box. I want it to be something.
And then I hanky.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so he used that. So that's why there's the blood on it.
Yeah.
That we saw when Addie found it.
Yeah.
Interesting. Intriguing.
I thought it'd be like, the blood, with the devil making a deal.
That's what I thought too. I think that would have been more interesting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
But I guess,
we see a little bit into that.
It's just life.
Yeah. But at least we see how it was Luke.
Yeah.
That he made a deal with.
Yeah.
Do you think Luke knew that their curses would basically, like, cancel each other out when they see each other?
My first instinct is to say no.
Right.
Because Addie doesn't think that he knew.
Right.
Because when they explain
he made
later,
a mistake.
Yeah. But
I know.
I think we'll know for sure once we see the past with Addie.
Yeah.
That maybe he felt like bad for her.
No, I feel like he did this out of revenge. Like, yeah, he's gonna remember you, but he's literally about to die. So,
okay. I'm like, compassionate Luke, and you're like, nope, revenge
he's a
Luke
devil.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Yeah. 'Cause he's like, if this guy was he could live to 80, why would I have him remember? Like,
true.
He's gonna be like, oh, I get a whole thing. No, you have like 2 years.
Yeah, yikes. Ooh.
Really get her good.
I really liked in this first chapter the like kind of poem. Like at the end of that chapter.
Yeah, because it went like, this is the...
So he hasn't made the deal yet.
Oh, yeah.
This is just like, the handkerchief.
Yeah, him abusing the alcohol. Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought it was like beautiful.
It was.
But sad, but beautiful,
Also, it's very much like that's the mindset of people who are very depressed.
Yeah.
Like
you would know.
I would know. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's literally word for word what goes down.
Right.
Oh.
That's sad. And then it comes back later. There's another like little poem thing that's similar.
Is that the when he makes the deal? Was that the next poem?
I didn't. Was it? No. I thought it was when he was with Addie or something. I don't know.
Let's flick through these pages real quick.
Read this like a minute ago.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you in a sec. Hold on. Intermission.
Where is it?
Is that at the very end? Oh my God. Where is it? Oh, page 285.
Oh, it's literally boom. There we go.
Oh, it's another sad one.
Oh, it's like the same thing.
Yeah. Because it's like after he's made the deal and it's like, okay, now no one loves me for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
But this chapter,
Okay.
where he makes the deal.
Yes.
Interesting. There is no time title again.
Yeah.
I don't know what these mean, if they mean anything. But I feel like everything in this book so far has been intentional.
Yeah.
Even the like the way the chapters are short and like
Right.
because we discussed this in the very first part.
Yes.
So I feel like there is something with the non-titled time-stamped chapters. I don't know.
Because also we've seen that the non-timestamp
Like we've
is
seen
like
it be
the same day or continuing the same day. But then we've seen
with the timestamp
continuing the same day with time. Yeah.
And we've seen when like it's jumped time. Like and we don't have a time title.
Because I was trying to say, like, is the non-timestamp either both of them aren't focusing on time? Because, like, time's a big thing to them. Like, I'm running out of time.
Right.
I have all the time
And
in the
he's
world.
drunk at this point.
So, like...
And he wants to forget.
He's not thinking of time? Or is it, like...
I'm going to have to look back.
I know.
Okay, next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to remember to, like, look at all of the chapters so far that haven't had timestamps and see if there's, like, that reoccurring.
Because, like, I want it to be every time there's no timestamp, it's because Luke's there.
Ooh.
Like, there's some sort of meaning in that.
Like he's watching them.
It's like,
ew.
I think I remember one of the non-timestamps was, like, when they were at that underground club.
Right.
It came out and, like, a sheet of water just came down.
Right.
So, like, that could have been Luke. Here, he's with Luke. But I don't know the other timestamps, like...
I don't know. That's why I'm like...
I gotta go back.
Okay, next week we'll try to do that.
Yeah.
Remind us. But, okay, I penned this quote. So, he asks... So, the stranger, which we know is Luke, says, right now, in this moment, what do you want? And Henry says, to be happy. And Luke says, no one can give you that. I feel like that's foreshadowing. Because I think that there's no such thing as, like, giving someone happiness. Like, you can't wish for that.
Yeah.
We see that with Addie.
Yeah.
And we see that later with Henry because what they think is going to give them happiness doesn't.
Right.
And I don't know, I feel like there's something there.
Yeah, you think Addie won't... I mean, Addie's made him happy. Or is it what he wants to see?
Is it what you want? I don't know. I don't know. But I did think it was interesting, too. So, where was this? Oh, wait. Okay. I also forgot that his sister was the one who gave him the pills.
Oh, yeah.
And
they're, like,
them
antidepressants.
Yeah. And, like, she had, like, called them pink umbrellas.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so the darkness looks like David to begin with, his older brother.
Yeah.
Which, again, it was an interesting, like, visual for him because I could see that. Like, he would see his older brother looking down on him, like...
Right, like being the devil.
The devil.
Right. But it's weird how, like, he saw his brother, which is, like, not a great figure for him, okay? But she saw, like, her perfect person.
Right.
So why wouldn't she see, like, her mother or, like...
I think because for Addie, she wanted what she didn't have. And that was represented in this person, this figment of her imagination, this perfect man.
Okay.
And while Henry,
All right.
he wants to impress everybody. He wants to be enough. I think, not that he wants to be like his brother, but he wants
that
what his brother
approval.
has.
That's what he...
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the devil knew to look like his brother because he's like,
Yeah.
this is the guy that has it all.
Yeah.
In Henry's mind.
Henry's mind. Yeah. Okay.
But it's not quite David.
Yeah.
Because he's like, he doesn't smoke. Like, he wouldn't
There's
be
like smoke in his
here.
eyes and the rain that doesn't touch him and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah.
And then I pinned, just because it's like, okay, this is like Henry's curse.
Uh-huh.
You want to be loved, says the stranger, by all of them. You want to be enough for all of them. And I can give you that for the price of something you won't even miss. Well, Henry, what do you say? So he won't even miss his soul, right? His life. Because he knows he's going to be dead soon? Because of his heart defect? I don't know.
Yes.
Or because he's so depressed?
Do you think that's why he's always been floating? Because, like, I know my life's short, so, like, what's the point of doing anything? Like, I won't have time to do,
That's true.
you know?
And another reason why I could see him going to religion.
Yeah.
Because I know people...
Have a shorter life. I want to make meaning of it.
Yeah.
But I can't physically, like, do anything.
Interesting.
I don't even know what page we're on.
234. I don't know. I was on 233. That's where I had that.
There we go. Oh, so I had pinned, I just liked this line.
Yeah.
So he's like, when they first meet Luke, or the darkness. Who are you? He asks. I am the one who sees kindling and coaxes it to flame, the nurturer of all human potential.
Ooh,
I was like, nah,
that's
Luke
a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah.
Ooh, I should have pinned that. I didn't.
Pin it, hurry.
I don't have my thingy.
That's embarrassing.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
Okay, so we have the time stamp again, and we're back in 2014 now.
Yes.
So I liked this quote. Outside the window, the day just carries on as if nothing's changed, but it feels like everything has, because Addie LaRue is immortal and Henry Strauss is damned.
I literally pinned that too. That's literally it. I'm damned, like, from the beginning, I'm gonna die. My life is short.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm damned to die. She's immortal. Like, I knew it was gonna be the opposite.
Yeah. Of course, because that's gonna be like the most heartbreaking, right?
Yep. I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, how long? How long does he have? But that's why he doesn't know. Do you think Luke knows?
I feel like Luke has to know. That's why he made the deal.
Right.
Because he wants easy...
Because he's like, okay, you have a heart defect. I know you're going to die soon. Does he know, like, I know 5 years, I'm going to get it?
Probably. I think so. Because he's a god, essentially.
Dang. But just to have that confirmed, like, when you made the deal, like, I know I have a heart defect and, like, my life's probably going to be short. But, like, yeah, I'll make a deal with you right now to have your soul because I know, like, oh, that shit's really going to be short.
Cool. Yay.
Dang.
Yeah, because I feel like he goes for the weak. You know?
Ew.
Like the weak emotionally
Yeah.
and physically.
Yeah. That hurts. That does
And
hurt.
I see we also pin the same thing here.
Okay.
Yep. So our deals cancel out. Is that why we're immune to them? Addie shakes her head. I'm not immune, Henry. He cringes back as if struck, but my deal doesn't work on you. Addie softens, takes his hand. Of course it does. Your deal and mine, they nest like Russian dolls together in a shell. I look at you and I see exactly what I want. It's just that what I want has nothing to do with looks or charm or success. It would sound awful in another life, but what I want most, what I need, has nothing to do with you at all. What I want, what I've always truly wanted, is for someone to remember me. That's why you can say my name. That's why you can go away and come back and still know who I am. And that's why I can look at you and see you as you are. And it is enough. It will always be enough. That was cute.
That was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah.
Because, like, it has nothing to do with you, babe. I look at you, I don't see anything except for you remembering me.
Yeah. But it is
in that.
It is interesting, though, that he looks like her drawing, though. Slightly different, but still, like, the essence of her drawing.
And maybe that, from the very day she drew, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that's my soulmate. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a way to say, like, we're soulmates.
Or is this, do you think, another reason that Luke went after Henry? He was like, you kind of look like someone.
Let me tempt her.
Let me tempt me. Like, what if that's part of his revenge or whatever?
Oh, it definitely is. But then also, like...
He said, let me find your
the
type.
perfect person to, like, look like me, have the heart defects, gonna have a short life. Like, this is perfect for me to take your soul and send you Addie's way. Like, is that too perfect?
He's a god.
He works in mysterious ways.
Oof. Yeah, and then a lifetime.
Yep.
It is not a lie, but a shadow crosses Addie's face.
Yeah. And then she says, how long? What? How long did you make it for? Henry hesitates and looks up to the ceiling instead of her.
Yeah.
A lifetime.
Yeah. He always be, like, telling half-truths.
Which she's, like, fine with. Which pisses me off.
But I can understand life's, life's too short. I guess not for her, but she's, like, understands that everybody else's life is short. So she's like, you have your secrets, I have mine. If you want to tell me,
I guess. But she never, like, oh, half lie. Or, oh, he's, hiding something there, but it's fine.
Yeah, like, she clocks it, but she doesn't ask about it.
Yeah.
Maybe now she will. Like, after this. I don't know. Or maybe she's just like, well, he'll tell me if he wants to. I don't know.
All right. Continuing.
Another thing that we use the exact same color. Wait, I just noticed that. We have the exact same color. Look at this. Look at that. That's nuts. We also, like, dressed in a similar way. Like, I have my sweatpants on. She's got her cozy sweats on.
With a sweater.
And we didn't plan this. No, because literally we are, like...
the same person.
We're like a coin.
Yes.
Are you heads or tails? I feel like
I'd be tails.
I was gonna say I'd be tails.
No, your head's because, like, you want in the spotlight. You're... You know what I'm saying?
I don't want to be in the spotlight. I just want to be...
But I'm going to be the ass, so...
Okay, I'll let you.
Get back to the book. Damn. All right.
Chapter 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because, see, it's the same timestamp. Like...
It's the same day?
Right? Yeah, right? March... Oh, no, it's the next day. Okay. Well, still.
Yeah.
Still. Something's up with the freaking thing. I didn't even write anything about this chapter. I did pin a couple things.
This is the one I said Kelcie predicted it.
Oh.
Because...
Oh, yeah.
Find everything you need. Her eyes are always milky with shine. Her eyes are already milky with shine. Oh, yes, the woman says with a warm smile, and he wonders what she sees instead of Henry. Is he a son or a lover, a brother, a friend?
That's what I had said.
I said, Kelcie predicted it.
Yeah.
Boom. Pin that.
Mm-hmm. I pinned on the top of this page, I have a tab for ideas of leaving a mark or memory, because again, I always pin those when I find them. And this one says, she moves among the books as if they're friends, and perhaps in a way they are. They are, he supposes, a part of her story, another thing she's touched. Here, she says, is a writer she once met. And here is an idea she had. Here, a book that she read when it first came out. Now and then, Henry glimpses sadness, glimpses longing, but they're only flashes, and then she redoubles, brightens, launching into another story. But yeah, like, again, this girl, she also gets on my nerves with her whole, like, I never leave a mark, like, I can't do it myself, which, like, okay,
all these marks I made, but, like, they're not me.
Yeah, which I get.
I get it.
But also, like, girl, look positive, be positive.
And you even say at one point, like, I can influence things, I can put my mark in a different way.
Like, if this is your life, you gotta find the good in the life.
Right.
You can be sad about it, but, like...
literally, you're marked up history.
Yeah. You're living history.
You're living history.
I'm pretty sick.
This girl. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really do anything else for that chapter.
Nope, that was it.
Cool. I mean, he tries to take a picture of her, but we already knew that she can't.
Yeah, it's not the technology
like
he tampered
blur.
with. It's me.
I mean, like, that's interesting, but we already knew that.
Yeah. Just another thing of hers.
Chapter 5, we're back in his past. The day after the deal.
Yeah.
I didn't write anything on this chapter either.
Mine are just a little like, is that, I don't know if that's anything, because like, it seems like we read into everything, which I love.
We do, and then it ends up being just like,
as we should. And it's just like, oh, it's just...
Nothing.
Yeah.
Maybe we're not done with the book yet. Maybe all of these things
gonna connect in a full circle moment.
Yep.
Now that we've already excuse me, let me not take your shine.
I'll give you a little out the ass.
Thank you. Now that we figured out, obviously, well, we kind of already knew, like, his life was gonna be short, whatever, but now we know for certain.
Maybe.
Basically.
90%.
90%. So let's see. He just woke up. Henry has never worn a watch. It lands face down, and there on the reverse, Henry sees 2 words etched in hairline script. Live well. Like, your time is ticking, so make the most of it.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's silence. Is it moving? Like, do we ever see the things moving? I don't remember.
Like, it works?
I don't remember noticing it. Yeah, but it's silent. So is that supposed to mean that it's not working? So maybe once it does start working, that's when, like, it's the last day of his life or something? The last 12 hours, 24 hours?
No, I think I read into it now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I do that.
So only because he says, you know, he's staring at it, expecting it to attack. But of course, it just sits there silent. Like, it doesn't attack him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's more like...
I got you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I pinned here.
Oh, what'd you pin?
Again, just like another note on Henry's curse. So he expects his sister to come in because she's there.
Yeah.
To be like, oh, like, you look disgusting and like you look like shit. And she says, you're looking good, which is strange because Muriel has never been one to lie. She doesn't like to encourage fallacy in a world rife with empty speech. And a passing glance in the hall mirror is enough to confirm that Henry does, in fact, look almost as rough as he feels. So it's like, again, he's getting the first, like,
little,
taste
like, what the fuck?
of his curse.
Yeah.
Which, like, damn. Because he was like, did that even really happen? Like, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Like, the deal. Even at the time, he was like...
Because, like, I mean, I would say if I just made a deal with the devil in our world that we live in, like, there's no way.
No way.
That's not real.
I'm going to hire some guy to, like, be on your stuff and make a deal with you.
And next thing,
you go, Kelcie, I think I might have just made a deal with the devil. He wasn't really hot, though.
Yeah, I wasn't like, expecting that, though. A little disappointed.
Guy.
Yeah. So I'm just, like, reading it again?
I know. Like... Again, like, stuff happened, but nothing, like, that I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, okay, like, we're just getting the gist of his thing.
I don't think, I didn't pin anything else.
Yeah, because, like, he has the girl, the barista at the coffee shop who's never, like, really talked to him, and now she's chit-chatting with him, and he's like, oh, she gave me her number. Or whatever.
And then he starts to see people's eyes, like, shining a little.
And you
starry-eyed.
have Robbie and B, and, like, it's just interesting.
Yeah.
I did pin this. So we have B talking to him. B leans toward him. But that's the thing, Henry. You haven't been you. You waste so much time on people who don't deserve you. People who don't know you because you don't let them know you. B kept his face, that strange shimmer in her eyes. Henry, you're smart and kind and infuriating. You hate olives and people who talk during movies. You love milkshakes and people who can laugh until they cry. You think it's a crime to turn ahead to the end of a book. I do that. I didn't do that with this one.
Thank you.
When you're angry, you get quiet. And when you're sad, you get loud and you hum when you're happy. But Henry doesn't, in his head, deny those things.
Right.
So it's interesting that she has the shimmer in her eyes, but she's saying all these things that do describe Henry.
Yeah.
Because, like, later, there's a moment with Henry and B where he's like, maybe she's not.
But then she says,
Like, you're
sweet,
such a good
you're sensitive,
friend.
and then you're always there to listen. And it's like, I'm not a
don't
listener.
do that. So it's, like, interesting because it's like, yes, she has a shimmer in her eyes, but he's not denying that, like,
Everything that she said
is not true, right?
Because it seems like she's least affected by it.
Yeah.
But then it's not like it ranges for people, so.
I don't know. I just, like, I still have so many questions about his curse.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure we'll probably get a little bit more of an answer, but probably not. I don't know.
Because it's like, yeah, she doesn't see him different, but she's like, you haven't been who you are. Like, she hasn't changed for him.
Right. Because she, I don't know, like, maybe there are different ranges for what kind of love. Because you have the people who want him, like, romantically, and those seem to be very extreme.
Yeah.
While you have his family who is, I mean, I think that they always will, like, have had love for their son and their brother.
But now they see him as, like, the son they had wanted.
Right. But it's still not, like, as extreme, I think, as the romance.
Yeah.
But they're definitely giving him more leeway.
Yeah.
As a family. And then you have his friends who I think are, like, quote unquote least affected.
Yeah.
But they are obviously still being affected.
I think Robbie's still being affected. It's like,
well, he's in love.
Now. Yeah.
I see that's the romance one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, just like B, like the friendly friends.
And it helps that she's lesbian?
Yeah, yeah.
She's a lesbian, so she doesn't see him obviously romantically.
Right.
Only seeing him as a friend to begin with. Did she always accept, like, like, she didn't really.
I mean, they both, like, went through shit together because she had something with the professor.
Yeah.
Like, had an affair.
Right. But, like, do you think, when you're with somebody, friends, whatever, like, oh, I wish you didn't say that, or, like, wish you were.
I do that with you all the time.
I do that literally every single day, all day long. But, like, so, like, does she have less of that, like, you're just. Like,
right, like, I'm just gonna.
Exactly.
I guess.
And so she doesn't have much to, like, change?
I guess. I mean, she's still a little snarky towards him sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, good for him.
Right.
Because he needs that. But I don't know. I think I just need to see more.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
Because I need to see what they were before to be like, because Addie, obviously, she's affected by his curse because, like, you remember me. You know, that's what she wants. Her, what was it before that it is now? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
See the difference? Yeah. Anyway, let's see.
And now we're back in 2014, chapter 6. Again, like, B being like, oh, there's something timeless about your face. And Henry now is like, yeah, okay, I'm getting it now.
Oh, dear God, yeah.
And, like, I'm sure he's getting some respect towards Addie because, she just takes it, smiles, and like, oh, yeah, I've heard that before.
You're like, damn.
Like, I would get annoyed hearing the same thing over and over. And she does that to herself, like, when she was, like, meeting the boys and stuff. Like, having, like, Toby at the very beginning. She met him for the first time for who knows how many times.
The patience?
Girl, I would be like, I would say, okay, just shh. Don't say anything else.
I could not talk to someone repeatedly over
and
repeat myself, like, and introduce and, like, this is new every single time.
No.
I'm over it.
I couldn't.
I literally would not talk to anybody ever. Oh, okay. So yeah, he's just saying her curse.
Yeah. And just kind of like, oh, we're gonna go somewhere now.
Did I write anything for that? No. We just put the date, that was it.
Yeah.
Here. What did I write?
What do you write?
Oh, I said, okay, threesome.
Oh, yeah, Henry getting a little...
So Henry got a little something.
Fun. Yeah, because this was back in 2013 on chapter 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he goes to, like, what, a party or something?
Yeah.
He's never been in a threesome, unless he got that one time in school and he and Robbie got incredibly drunk, blah, blah, blah. Come with us. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I wrote anything for that.
Yeah.
Again, just getting more of his sadness about Tabitha and his learning to be with his curse.
Yeah.
And kind of liking it, but also not liking it.
Yeah. He's, like, starting to see, like, oh, okay. Here's the good and the bad of it.
Yeah. And so on to chapter 8. Why do you do it again? Same color and everything.
But yeah, so this one explains his curse, I feel like.
A little bit more, yeah.
A little bit more.
Do you want me to? Okay. So he's perfect. And it's not just the straightforward gravity of lust. Not always. People drift toward him now. Every one of them pulled into his orbit. But the why is always different. Sometimes it's just simple desire, but other times it's more nuanced. Sometimes it's an obvious need, and other times he can't guess what they see when they look at him. That's the unsettling part, really. Their eyes. The fog that winds through them, thickening to frost, to ice. A constant reminder that this new life isn't exactly normal, isn't entirely real. But it's enough.
For now.
The last word he's gonna say on his deathbed is, enough.
You're
Enough. And then dead.
Yeah.
That's what he's gonna say to Addie.
Down. Heartless.
Well,
man's about to die.
He keeps saying enough.
God.
I say, enough.
Enough.
Just give me Addie.
No, literally.
Okay, I wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so B's new thesis.
Ate that up. I was like, no way.
She goes,
No way.
Henry, look at this.
Wait a minute.
There are 3 portraits
Wait a minute.
of the same woman in different
time
times and
periods.
places.
Like different people. Was different people?
Yeah, I think
Right?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And who is it? Who is
It's
it?
Addie.
It's Addie. They got the little star. Yeah. It's Addie.
But also, Addie, you're right there. You're right there. You're
Every
right
single
there.
time.
You. Literally, that's you. You.
Yep.
Not like a mark you made. That's they drew you.
Mhm. Yeah. 3 portraits. All of them renditions of a young woman.
Yep.
Though they clearly come from different times and different schools. It's Addie.
It's Addie. I love later, though, that we say, like, oh my God, I just remembered. That was you. She's like, yeah, that was me.
She's like, I got millions of them.
Yeah.
It's no big
I'm
deal.
literally everywhere.
It's no big deal. I didn't leave a mark or anything.
Ugh. And then another part that I just pinned, so like, same thing. Well, it was kind of a twofer, that one. Plus, I made a deal with the devil, and now whenever anyone looks at me, they see what they want. Just another explanation of his curse.
Yeah.
Got that. And then
You pinned something there.
it's the same thing with the art. It's the portrait's the same woman. He's like, that's a stretch. Look at the angle of her jaw, the line of her nose, the freckles. Count them. Henry does. In every image, there are exactly 7.
Yep. Which, again, I still haven't had my boom moment about her freckles and the whole 7 lives, 7 loves. I'm still waiting. And we better get that next time.
Did we go through 7 loves? And it doesn't have to be romantic loves?
I don't know. Do we count Toby or no?
Let's count them.
Okay, so Toby, Sam, who was the guy last time?
Oh, the one back in the day.
Remy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you have James, who was the, like, gay actor bestie.
Let's do that. Do we count Estelle? You know, it's like another...
Right, like, that was...
I love, you know?
I guess. And then do you count Luke and do you count Henry?
Luke and Henry.
I
don't think we're going to see any other loves.
I don't think we have every piece yet. I don't think we have it all. I think we don't have enough.
It just pisses me off that we don't...
It's just like, I don't want to talk about Henry.
Yeah.
Like, look, people are going to be like, oh no, I love Henry. Look, I like him too.
This was the weakest part, I won't lie.
But yeah, it's just I'm more interested in Addie.
And I wish there was... I mean, mind you, we're going to see his little ticking time bomb.
I'm sure, yeah.
But, like, even then, okay. Like, I don't care.
I'm more invested in how Addie feels toward him.
Yeah. Like,
And
what that does for her and her
yeah.
life of immortality. And then this and Luke, what, you know?
Yeah. Like, if they made a movie
Yeah.
on this book, I hope that they wouldn't split it half and half. Like, half Addie, half Henry.
Yeah.
I want it to be Addie.
I think it's
with
going to
a
be
little
Addie.
bit of Henry. Unless, because I could see them, like, throwing in his past while we learn about her past.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm not ready.
We'll see.
Are they even, is this even in the works?
Why do I feel like I think so?
I hope not. I kind of don't want this to be a movie.
I just feel like we had that other movie, and not that it's the same, but to me it's like Age of Adeline, or
whatever, with Blake Lively
Yeah.
and the guy from Star Wars.
I don't know who the other person was.
And he's from, oh my god, people are like screaming at me right now.
It's real, because like Age of Adeline, all I see is Blake, so I don't know who the other person was.
He's from Indiana Jones. And
Harrison Ford.
Isn't it him?
He's in it.
I think he plays like the old version of her lover, yeah. And it's his son that falls in love with her again. I don't know. I've never seen the movie. Never seen the movie. I probably should.
You watch it and you tell me.
I've seen so many clips that I feel like I've seen the movie. Because I know she has like a daughter. The daughter grows old. She sees her daughter die of old age or whatever. And the reason she got this way was like she got in a car accident and like lightning struck her or something.
Oh.
Pretty sure. I don't know. Again, never seen the movie. Just seen a bunch of clips.
Either way, I feel like we're kind of getting that in the same thing. So like seeing it again, I mean, it's different.
Although, so far, it doesn't seem like she's ever fallen for a father-son duo.
Let's hope not.
I mean, she's made it this far, 300 years.
No, yeah.
So, you know, she's pretty good. Okay, chapter 9, back in 2014. I didn't write.
I just pinned the let's see, what did I
I honestly didn't write anything else.
I don't remember where that part was, but so this one I had.
Wait, did we pin again?
Yes, we did.
Same coin.
I'm the ass. So Henry shakes his head. I thought you couldn't leave a mark. I can't, she says, looking up. I can't hold a pen. I can't tell a story. I can't wield a weapon or make someone remember. But art, she says, with a quieter smile. Art is about ideas, and ideas are wilder than memories. They're like weeds, always finding their way up.
Every time Addie's got to say something. Also, Henry, you're stupid too. I thought you couldn't leave a mark. And you saw her portrait. You saw her telling you, oh yeah, I helped this guy. I did this, I did that. Is that not leaving a mark?
Because there's so many people in life who don't, like, do we know everyone who's ever lived?
No.
So there's many people who haven't left a mark. So like.
Or like a huge, like, significant.
Yeah. So one, girl, who cares? No one, we don't, there's so many people we will never know about ever in life. Okay. Yeah. 2, we've seen how much you actually left a mark.
Yeah.
What mark do you want to leave so bad?
She wants to write her name. She said, I just want to write my name.
That's the mark.
And her story, because at the end of this part, they're gonna write her story.
I do love this though.
Yeah.
Is it in this one?
No. Chapter 10. 2013, back in the day.
Family.
So you said that the pink pills were antidepressants?
Yeah.
I thought that maybe they were drugs. But I think you're right, they were antidepressants.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I wrote, like, what are they though? Because, like, why did she, like, draw a pink umbrella?
I know.
I was like...
Then, like, to keep the little storms away.
Yeah. It makes sense. I just wanted there to be... I wanted it to be,
I
like...
always wanted to be more. I'm like,
ecstasy or something. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's like, why is he not just taking antidepressants already? You know?
Maybe because of his heart defect, he can't actually take certain medication.
But then why is his sister giving him...
Because he's like, well, damn, your life's already short. Just take these sparingly, nothing too crazy.
I guess, yeah.
Once it's really getting bad.
It's always
Oh!
Look, I have my Red Bull. The people who, like, hate mouth sounds just, like, vomited.
My bad, y'all. Oh, bleep that out.
Okay, so this we're seeing him with his family for the first time.
I literally did not put anything here.
I don't think I did either. Oh, I did. Oh, because it was about the little pink pills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay. Yeah, she says, mint, holding out a tin, but when he opens it, he sees a pile of little pink pills, umbrellas. He thinks of the rain pelting down, the stranger beside him perfectly dry, and snaps the tin shut. No thanks. That's what I'm like, are they antidepressants or are they like happy pills? But not in like an antidepressant way, like in a drug way.
Oh, it's probably a drug way.
Okay, so...
Yeah. I forgot about that.
I think it's like ecstasy.
Yeah.
Or something.
But then why does he... Okay, so he sees little pink pills, umbrellas. He thinks of the rain pelting down, the stranger, perfectly dry, snaps the tin shut. No thanks.
Pink pills. I'm looking to see like what... Percocet? What does Percocet do?
It's like a pain reliever.
Maybe it's that?
But it's also used like as a recreational drug.
Oh, oxycodone?
Oof.
Opioid!
Ooh.
I bet it's oxy. That makes sense, right?
Yeah. But either way.
Because it's like pain. Like rain, pain. I don't know.
But like, do you want one? Thinking of the devil that day in the rain. No. What's the connection there?
Because umbrellas. Because she calls them pink umbrellas. And he's like, umbrella, rain. Stranger in the rain, didn't get wet. No.
No, I hate that.
I don't know.
I hate that. I don't know. I don't get it.
Chapter 11.
Okay.
Back in 2014. These are the chapters I like more in this part. Was when we had
I thought
Addie.
it was so cute. Yeah. Did we see any of the cute little thing here?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
But they do talk about the stars again. Which was, I'm still curious why Henry has such a connection to the stars. Because remember last time he made like, oh, I wish we could see more stars.
Yeah.
Or I miss the stars.
Yeah.
And I was like, me too.
I don't get the connection to him.
Maybe just like life is short and so are stars. I don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
But they're at this thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. The last room is filled with stars.
Aw.
300 years, and you can still find something new.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cute.
Okay. Chapter 11, back in 2013 again.
Oh, the only thing I put, he's pansexual.
Wait, what?
He's pansexual,
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think. Or I just kind of interpreted it that way. I forgot where it was, though.
Because I think, like, is it when he's talking to Robbie?
It might be.
Because, like, Robbie, because I know he was like, yeah, Robbie just always wants to put a label on it. Or, like, he gets mad when I also liked women or, like,
yeah, like, I just like the person that they are or something like that. And I'm like, I think that's pansexual.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cute. Love that.
I did pin here on page 270. She uses words like outgoing, funny, ambitious. And the more she talks about him, the thicker the frost in her eyes, the more it spreads, until he can barely make out the color beneath. And Henry wonders how she can see. But of course, she can't. That's the point.
Yeah. So there is like a intensity to the curse?
I think so. Because like the more that what they are wanting to see that's farther from actually him, the more they're like rose-colored glasses getting the fog because that's so not him.
Yeah.
And they have to like force it on him almost. So the more it's like not him.
Yeah. It just intensifies.
Yeah. How crazy. I wonder if anyone else can see the fog.
No, I don't think so.
I feel like that would,
Yeah.
It would just be him.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Let's see.
Anything else? I didn't really do anything else here.
Do I have anything else in here? I don't think so.
Yeah, other than
this is that crazy girl.
Yeah, the barista, right?
Yes.
Because she fucking...
Yes! This was so crazy.
Sets all of Tabitha's stuff on fire.
It's like, I love you. And now we only... after a week, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you.
Sobbing because,
But like, because it's not her fault.
No.
So like, his curse is like...
fucking
dangerous.
with her mind. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so scary, though.
Okay.
Oof.
Still in the past.
Mm-hmm.
chapter 13,
Mm-hmm.
with Robbie and B. And this is when we see Robbie come at
I said poor
him.
Robbie.
I said poor Robbie and poor Henry.
I mean, both.
Because, like, Henry could have, like, been into it,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and,
But
like...
now he's like, it's not real.
Yeah, I think he needed what happened with Vanessa, because I feel like he could have easily been
Just
like,
went
you know
back
what?
into that, like, oh... You know,
Like,
he sees enough of what, you know?
Yeah, like, we did love each other at one point.
Yeah.
So he must have loved part of me.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that he didn't.
Yeah.
That's sad, though.
It also explains, like, before we knew his curse, I think he was either in his chapter or he was telling Addie or something like, something rubbing with, I can't love him, because
I think
something like that.
Like, when he took her to the dinner, was it Thanksgiving?
Mm-hmm.
And Robbie was, like, mad that she was there.
Yeah.
And they left, and Addie went, you know, he still loves you. And he was like, yeah, but I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang. Oh, that's so sad, though.
Yeah.
Like, do you think he's ever gonna not love him? Like, you know, like, get over?
No.
Because, like, that's the curse,
You
right?
literally can't. Yeah. Which is sad for Robbie.
I know. Damn.
Oh, and then, okay, next chapter, 14, still in the past, he runs into Tabitha for the first time.
Yep.
And, yeah, he has to keep reminding himself, he's like, it isn't real, it isn't
What
real.
She sees right now, it's not real, da-da-da-da. She's like, we're gonna try again, da-da-da.
Yeah. And he's like, no.
That's crazy, because she's the one that, like, was a catalyst for his curse, you know, so...
And he could have had her, again, he could have had her.
Boom, this is what you wanted, boom, have her. He's like, damn.
He's learning, though.
He's learning.
What is happiness? You can't buy happiness.
Can't buy happiness.
You can't wish for it. You can't make a deal. What'd you pin here?
I don't know. Let's
Chapter
see.
15?
Let's take a look.
Oh, 2014.
Oh, I just thought it was so cute. Because, let's see. This whole thing, which is like, the first message tells them to whisper, I have a secret. And then they go to the next thing. Addie draws breath and roars, the way you would beneath a bridge if a train was going by, and something in the fearless freedom of it gives him air. And suddenly, he's emptying his lungs, and the sounds guttural and broken and wild as a scream. And she simply raises her voice. Like, I just thought that was so cute, that whole scene.
Letting go.
Yes.
Interesting, though. His lungs will hurt tomorrow, and it will be worth it. Is that a hint towards him dying? Like, does he have, like, a cancer and it's spreading to his lungs now from his heart?
No, I just think he was screaming really good. Okay.
Just wait.
Just wait. You're going to get me.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, chapter 16. Let's see, I didn't write anything else.
No, I just kept writing the date.
Yeah, because this is back in the day, 2013.
Yeah.
And, yeah, because he was given
the job.
And he was like, I'm not qualified.
Like,
I don't...
Literally. He's like, and that's exactly the point of view we need. Something new.
Uh-huh.
What?
And doesn't he say, yeah, I don't believe in God. And then this was what was crazy to me.
Yep.
The guy, the dean, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't either. Mr. Strauss, we are an academic institution, not a church. Dissent is at the heart of decimation. Or dissemination. I don't know that word.
But isn't this...
That's a big word for Elmo.
Where he was becoming a rabbi? Isn't this...
So this is when, like, he's being offered to teach religion. Yeah.
But, like...
This was a school he was going to learn to be a rabbi.
Right. So isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I don't believe in God either.
But what does that mean? Do you know what that means?
Where are we?
Dissent is at the heart of dissemination. What does dissemination mean?
Let's take a look.
Take a little look-see because
look-see.
Didn't do my due diligence and look it up.
Fine. The action or fact of spreading something, especially information, wildly.
Dissent is at the heart of spreading shit around.
And then dissent. The expression or holding of opinions at variance with those previously, commonly, or officially held.
So you're just spreading opinions.
Like, having your own opinions is the heart of spreading information or something.
I don't get it.
He was trying to be smarty and cute.
Yeah.
No.
Explain it in the comments. Because I'm dumb.
Explain in the comments below. Thank you.
But that's the problem. No one will dissent. Because no one will give their true opinions of Henry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay.
But then to know that you could really get any job you wanted.
Yeah.
And then, like, even if it was bad, people would just accept it as good.
Yeah. I love that he works at the library, though. Or not library.
Not a library.
Not a library.
At the bookstore.
Look, if I was B, though, I would treat it as a library.
Hell
too.
yeah.
My best friend.
My best work there? Just him?
Go work in a bookshop. Let's open one.
Cute.
And then we could do our podcast in our bookshop.
Oh.
And then we can have a live audience.
Stay tuned.
Guys,
stay tuned.
Give us money so that we can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I did pin. Oh yeah. So Henry's drinking on the job at the bookshop, and a cop comes in, an off-duty cop, and Henry doesn't try to hide the bottle, right? And so instead he looks straight at the man and takes a long drink from his cup, certain that he's breaking some law, either because of the open container or the public intoxication. But the cop only smiles and raises an imaginary glass. Cheers, he says, eyes frosting over as he speaks. So this man can get away with anything.
Which is also a little dangerous that he's doing this. Even though he's like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Like, it's, you know.
He's just spiraling.
Yeah, he's spiraling. But it's also like.
But it's also, I feel like a foil to her, to Addie's, because she can get in trouble. Mm-hmm. And if she gets in trouble, that's like.
Yeah.
Like, she could be stuck in jail forever.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was interesting. Like, he literally can't get in trouble, and she can. Even though people forget her, she can still get in trouble.
They're so black and white.
But also not. It's like very gray.
I know.
Yeah. But yeah, then we have this, the second little poem thing.
Yeah.
Which is, again, just him kind of like spiraling.
Yeah.
Into.
And the same thing kind of expect, like, you know, you are whatever they want you to be. Mm-hmm. You're more than enough because you're not real. You are perfect because you don't exist.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yikes.
So in the same way, they both don't exist.
Deep. And that's the point of the book.
And that's the point.
Now we don't need to read it
exists.
anymore. No one exists. We're all figments of
each other's imagination.
Ooh. Wow, I really did dream you up. You're my dream bestie.
Yeah.
I literally just said, copy, paste. But let me switch it up.
You know what? Make her black.
Make her black. Let's have her go through, like, different struggles in life.
Okay. Next chapter.
Still 2013.
Yeah.
And, this is when they're at the party, and he talks to B.
Literally have it.
Yeah.
He's like, you're my best friend. His chest loosens just a little because that's real.
It's true. So she has no fog.
Yeah.
When she says that. Okay.
It's true. But then she keeps going. You're sweet and sensitive and an amazing listener.
Oh.
And that last part makes his stomach drop because Henry's never been a good listener. He's lost count of the number of fights they've gotten in because he wasn't paying attention.
That's so sad. And yeah, she keeps going on. You're always there when I need you, which...
Because he knows he hasn't been.
Again and again.
And he's like, it's even worse because this isn't, you know, people just seeing me as, you know, the hot, handsome, sexy person they want. Like, this is my best friend.
Yeah.
Who's not seeing me.
And he's like, but I love that this is kind of his catalyst to become a better friend, a better person. Like, he's like, I'm going to be all the things that she's saying.
So then she sees me.
Yeah. Which is like, that's
nice.
Kind of
romantic.
Romantic.
In a platonic way.
Yeah.
You know?
I also think it's interesting that Henry asks, okay, so if you sold your soul for one thing, what would it be? And B says, happiness. Luke can't give happiness, apparently. But yeah, Henry asks, what is that? I mean, is it just feeling happy for no reason? Or is it making other people happy? Is it being happy with your job or your life? Or B laughs. You always overthink things, Henry. I don't know. I guess I just mean I'd want to be happy with myself. Satisfied. What about you? He thinks of lying. Doesn't. I think I'd want to be loved. B looks at him, then eyes swirling with frost, and even through the mist, she looks suddenly immeasurably sad. You can't make people love you, Hen. If it's not a choice, it isn't real. But why are her eyes frosted with that? Like, that's a weird part, I feel like, to be...
I think because they were already talking
Okay.
about, like, what do you see in me? Whatever. So that's frosted. I think it's just staying because of that.
Okay.
But isn't that crazy? Like, dang, I should have hollered at you first before making that
No,
curse.
literally. Can I make a phone call real
Give me
quick?
real quick. Hold on. Beep, 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 beep.
Hey,
What if I
okay,
asked?
so if you had to sell your soul...
Oh, and we were?
Okay, bad.
My bad.
No deal.
Literally though. Oh,
Damn, yeah.
he's trapped in a world where nothing's real.
Ugh. Yeah, he's asked the wrong God for the wrong thing, and now he is enough because he is nothing. He is perfect because he isn't there.
That is so sad.
That's so sad. Yeah.
Whose curse is worse?
I literally was going to ask you that. I was going to say, like, I literally had it written down.
Yeah.
Whose curse do you think is worse? Literally, word for word, right there. Do you want to know my answer?
I have an answer. Go.
Henry's.
I say Addie.
I think Henry's is worse. And I think it's very personal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me, I'm a people pleaser.
Yeah.
I could see myself accidentally getting into this curse.
Yeah.
And I could see myself...
It's crazy because I could see myself getting into her curse.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, yeah. I mean, like, Addie's is also very bad.
Yeah.
And I would not like Addie's curse.
Yeah.
Because,
but like, I get the emotionally, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, for Addie, you can't have a home. You're always... You're physically floating. Like, you don't have any... Like...
Yeah.
That just... that scares me.
That does.
But emotionally, for him, I could see that, though, too.
Yeah. But also with Addie, you don't have to worry about money or mortgage.
But then having to steal everything, but then having to live life, like, basically as a criminal, but then...
Yeah, but she has to travel the world.
But also, I would just be scared 24/7.
Yeah, true.
I couldn't handle it.
I see the better parts of her curse than I see Henry's.
And for me, Henry, I'm like, you can literally get whatever you want. I mean, you're going to feel empty inside.
And that's where, like, I
But I'm like, I already felt empty inside, so let me get whatever I want. Ooh.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, just kind of like Henry. Oh, this is when Henry sees Addie for the first time, right? Yeah. Sorry, the next chapter. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and when the girl looks at him, she doesn't see perfect. She sees someone who cares too much, who feels too much, who is lost and hungry and wasting inside his curse. She sees his truth. For the first time, he feels seen. Dang. But yeah, this chapter, I literally pinned the whole chapter because this was my favorite chapter out of this part.
Me too.
Do you want to talk about it?
No, you start.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they're still at the exhibit, and now they're in this portion that says you are the art.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bunch of like neon paint and stuff. And so he says
first.
Okay, wait, no, you say it.
She, does the paint. She knows it's not going to work.
And it like disappears.
He's like, holy hell. Like,
this is literally literal.
Yeah. Like, he wants to ask, like, how do you live like how can you continue living like this, And then
he says, here, put your hand over mine. There, now we can draw. And so then they draw a line, and she waits for it to disappear, and it doesn't. And then it says something breaks inside her then. She makes a second mark, and a third, lets out a breathless laugh, and then her hand on his, and his on the glass, Addie begins to draw. For the first time in 300 years, she draws birds and trees, draws a garden, draws a workshop, draws a city, draws a pair of eyes. The images spill out of her and through him and onto the wall with a clumsy, frenzied need. And then she's laughing, tears streaming down her cheeks, and he wants to wipe them away, but his hands are her hands, and she's drawing. And then she dips his finger in the paint and brings it to the pane of glass, and this time she writes in a halting cursive, one letter at a time, her name. It sits nested among the many drawings. Addie LaRue. 10 letters, 2 words. It is no different, he thinks, from the 100 other marks they've made. But it is. He knows it is. Mm-hmm.
In that moment. What?
Yeah. Like, so intense.
And then, of course, she's like, wait a minute. She pulls him away. We need to get back home now.
Yeah.
Sits down.
Do it again.
Yep.
And he writes her name.
He writes her name, Addie LaRue. It doesn't dissolve. It doesn't fade. It sits there, alone in the center of the page. And Henry looks up at her, waiting for her to go on, to dictate what comes next. And she looks down past him at the words. Addie clears her throat. This is how it starts, she says. And he begins to write.
Yeah. So, my question, though, he writes her story, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that anybody else will be able to read it?
Yes.
But no one remembers her.
Right.
Like, because I had a question way back when we realized, like, yeah, I said here in part 3, Henry remembers and introduces Addie to B.
Yeah.
And I said, well, B remember her because Henry introduced her.
Right.
And she doesn't. We found out. So, like, why would writing something down? I mean, I know, like, there are pictures of her, like,
they're not gonna
paintings,
remember her, but they can still read the story.
Okay.
They won't think the story's real, but they'll be able to read her story.
Like, it's just like I go so deep into.
But I know what you mean.
You know, like, do people remember her art, like, of herself, or do you think they forget when they like until it's right in front of them, and then once it's away? I don't know. I don't think so, but
I think it's just like a regular thing. Like any art or whatever of her, they see it.
Mm-hmm. But they just don't know who she is.
They don't know who that is.
Okay.
And if they're like, Lily, she's right there next to it.
That's me. They'll like see her and see it and be like, oh, but then when she goes away,
yeah,
it'll be like,
oh, I see resemblance. And then boom, yeah.
Forget. Okay. Intricacies. Okay, so I have a question.
Okay.
If you did make a deal with the devil, what would you have wished for? I don't know. I do know. It can't be happiness.
Yeah. I think mine would be like safety. Like I would always either be safe, feel safe. I don't know, something like that.
Oh. Mine would be much less. Mine would definitely be cursed, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But mine would be like something about like my dreams coming true. Not like my literal dreams, but like.
Ooh, but it would be your literal dreams.
But I would like say, not my literal dreams.
Put that in the fine print.
Like, you know, like my dream of being an actor or my dream of this podcast going really well. My dream of, you know, having a good life. My dream of having enough money where I don't need to worry about, you know, where my next paycheck is going to come from. Not having to worry about, you know, or like dreaming that my mom will have a really good life. Yeah. Like dreaming that the rest of my family is going to go die in a hole. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding.
So it's like your goals.
Yeah, like my goals, my dreams. Yeah.
Yeah. I would say my other one was like even smaller. Would be like to remember everything that I've ever read or everything.
Your brain would explode.
I know. But I can't remember anything. I just want to remember everything.
You remember a good amount of stuff.
You're the only person in my life who thinks that I have good memory.
Because you remember everything about me. And that's really all that matters.
That's true.
When's my birthday?
March 20. It's because it's right next to my cousin's 25th. 24th.
Wow. Yeah, it's the 24th.
It's because it's right there. I can't remember if it's yours or hers.
Wow, I can't believe that.
It's because it's right there.
No, it's fine. It's chill.
I was going to say 24. And I was like, no, maybe that's my cousin's. I think 25.
That's okay.
Ooh. Downfall of the pod. Downfall of the friendship. Caught on camera.
I don't know if we'll be here next week. Okay, so we are more than halfway now.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts so far on like the book as a whole that we've read? You like
cute.
Yeah, you like it?
I like it.
Not 5 stars, though?
I wouldn't say 5. Like, maybe I need to read it in one sitting.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah.
Because I feel like having to read into it kind of, it's like falling flat, but it's not. I don't know. I think it's a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think it'll be 5 stars for me. And I don't necessarily think it's because I'm reading it part by part. Because, again, with Henry, I'm too annoyed.
Yeah.
And I'm a little annoyed with Addie.
Yeah.
About her whole, like, not leaving a mark.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm also a little annoyed. And that's valid. Don't at me, please.
They will.
I know. So I think because of that, at least so far, I probably would... I'd rate it a solid 4 or 4.5 so far.
Yeah, so far I would definitely say 4 stars. It's a really good book.
It is very good. It's just not...
I think the last section is what's going to get me.
Oh, I'm sure.
We've got next 2.
We're on part
The next
5?
3.
3, yeah.
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 I think those will get him, because then we'll see what's going on with Luke. We'll see what goes down with Henry and her, and
I'm sure
how
it's
it
going to be
ends.
devastating.
Yeah, it's going to be devastating. It's going to... always the ending that always gets me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think for the story on what it is now, being like 70, 60% of the way through, it's beautiful. But the story itself, like what happens, I'm a little...
Yeah, like there's still a lot of pieces missing, which again, I think is the point.
Right.
But
I will say it's
I'm
a very
excited.
beautiful book.
It's very beautiful. This is my first... Is this your first V.E. Schwab?
No.
No? That you started?
I know. I'm trying to see which one I started first.
I don't know. Can't remember.
I think A Darker Shade.
Okay, this is my first V.E. Schwab.
Also read Darker Shade.
I know. I think I finally got the first one.
Okay, good.
Yeah. But
yes,
I'll probably read it next month.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay.
But it's a really fun series.
I'm excited. Wait, did you finish all 3?
I'm like halfway through the last one.
Intermission.
Yeah.
By the way. But yeah, so this was my first V.E. Schwab, and I'm really loving it. And I've already thrifted a bunch of her books without even knowing what they're about.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, V.E. Schwab? Okay.
Yeah. No, I would say she's a really good writer. I think this one's definitely, for obvious reasons, more flowery, and it makes sense.
Poetic.
Poetic, yeah. It's a beautiful book. Beautiful book.
Mm-hmm.
The rest, her other ones, which I think I'm going to start reading, Vicious, the Vicious series. I don't know what that one's called next. Because everyone says, general consensus, that's her best.
Oh, really?
You
know? That was Darker Shade.
I thought Darker Shade, too. But then I've been seeing a lot of, Vicious.
Okay.
I don't know. That's just what I've been seeing.
Sure.
So, I'm excited to read more of her books, but especially this one. It's beautiful. I just wish there was more twists, more I don't know. But also, if there was more to it, it might convolute the story for what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's the beauty of being in the moment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just pulling it out of my ass.
No, please, pull it out.
But next part.
Yeah.
The part 5, The Shadow Who Smiled and the Girl Who Smiled Back. I'm expecting to see New Orleans. I'm expecting to see her and Luke having a past, a romantic past.
Because how does that get started?
Yeah.
And also, how do you not think that he's trying to manipulate me? But also, how am I falling for him?
I think she probably will know that. But she's like, well, he's the only one who remembers me.
It's like that Stockholm Syndrome, which I don't know if we're allowed to say anymore, but I'm not sure.
Really?
I just heard it one time. They're like, someone who went through it's a real story.
Yeah.
Of being
What would you
kidnapped.
call it then?
I don't know what she said. But she was like, I don't like when people say Stockholm Syndrome. I don't think it should be said anymore. So it's not we shouldn't be saying
the whole
it. But
society, but for her story.
Yeah. So I was like,
okay.
Well, she's an actual victim, so.
Yeah.
Anyways.
But yeah, but I want to see that.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I want to see more of her and Henry, but I almost want to just focus on the past at this point.
I have a feeling it's going to be just in the past.
I kind of want that.
Yes. I think this next section is going to be just the past, her and Luke. And then also, we haven't seen them talk to each other.
Right.
I think
because that would make sense because she's, telling Henry to write her story.
Yeah.
So maybe this is almost her...
Oh, talking about her story.
Right? To Henry.
Yeah, that
and
makes sense.
we might have interjections, maybe.
Yeah.
you know,
like a small little thing.
But I almost don't even think we'll need that because the way it's written so far, I wouldn't see that.
have a feeling her whole story with Luke, and then the end we'll see like his heart defect killing him, and we'll see like what the time thing
Watch
is.
me like be totally off on that.
I don't think so. So I feel like that like. So what else really would it be?
Right, because like a lifetime, and he's all hesitant.
Yeah, and he's like running out of time, and like obviously your life's gonna be short, and that's a perfect reason for it to be short.
Exactly, and for him to get this,
yeah. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
Last thing.
Okay.
Do you think she's gonna give up her soul?
Yes, I think by the end of the book she will. Whether it's for Henry or it fast forwards, like at the very last part, maybe it fast forwards another, 300 years or whatever. And she's like, you know what? Like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm chill.
I feel like Henry's going to die. She's going to try to continue on after that. But she's going to be like, nah, that was it.
Like, is the moral of the story going to be like, happiness doesn't come from you, it comes from the people around you? I don't know. It has to do with happiness, right? And like having a fulfilling life. Like, what does that mean? Like leaving your mark, happiness, being enough. These are like three things that have been very like mentioned throughout the whole book so far, those three things. So I feel like those have to be the resolutions, or like finding the meaning of what those mean.
So she's going to give up her soul after Henry passes. Yeah.
I think that yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll be like Harry Potter where he greeted death as an old friend or whatever, and they're like shake hands.
Okay, but real quick, sorry, now this is the very last thing. So she's giving up her soul, okay? Is she like conscious in that, or is it just like I die and he just has my essence, or like
I think it's that.
I think like she dies, or
yeah, and he just has her soul, like in a little jar.
It's just like label,
yeah, and he'll put it next to Henry's so that they can be together on the
touch
shelf.
him.
Yeah, like they're kissing, and he just like plays Barbies with them, and then they become reborn. He's actually God.
What is?
Because God is neither good nor evil.
Right?
He is just God.
Oh, now she's about religion.
Oh my God, did I find religion? Luke is my God. Uh-oh.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So next week, part 5.
Part 5.
And we'll only have 2 parts left. I know the last part's like really small.
It's like a tiny little sliver.
It's tiny.
So that one will probably be that section, then like a overall.
Then like shit's gonna go down, and I feel like part 7 is like the sad part.
Yeah.
Right?
He dies.
Can I see what the title is of part 7?
Carefully.
Okay. Because I pinned all the like artwork without looking really. Okay, part 7. I remember you. Wait, what's part 6? Since we're already here.
Right?
What's part 6? Guys, this is the issue that we have. But look, we're trying really hard.
Careful.
Okay, part 6. Do not pretend that this is love.
Ooh.
I have no idea what that means. Because part 5, which we're going to read, is the shadow that smiled and the girl who smiled back. So that's going to be like
this is love.
The happy part of their
So the happy, how it the downfall.
How it fell apart.
And then I remember he's going to be Henry passing, basically, what we think. Yeah. And then like whatever happens.
Do you think Luke is going to come into the present here? And like while both of them are still alive, do you think he's going to come in and like try to fuck things up?
No, I think the last section we'll see him actually there when like Henry dies and he's like taking his soul, and then like he's there when she gives up her soul or whatever.
I don't know. I'm excited though. I'm excited to read the next part.
This is really good.
I take it back. It's 5 seconds. No, probably by the end of this, we're like sobbing.
No, that's actually like really
good. 10 stars.
I hope so. I want it to get me good.
Yeah. I mean, it's really good.
It is. It's a beautiful really book.
Yeah. Okay.
Too much. Okay.
Next week, part 5. Friday. Tune in. Read with us. Make sure you're up to date with all of the parts, having listened or watched.
Thank you. Keep going. Read part 5.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Bye.